Okay guys, today we're going to solve what we call first degree trig equations. Trig equations with nothing squared. The biggest thing you need to remember is that math is consistent. We're going to do 3 examples, and within those examples, if you just think about any old equation you've ever solved in the past, then you can move on and solve trig equations. We always solve for all values of the angle, so we want angle measure answers. When I see 4 sine theta plus 5 equals 7, maybe I change sine theta to y to remember how to solve an equation. So there, I would subtract 5 from both sides and get 4y equals 2. Do the same thing to your trig equation. Subtract 5 from both sides, and you have 4 sine theta equals 2. Getting y alone means dividing by 4, so y is 1/2. Getting sine theta alone still means dividing by 4. You get sine theta equals 1/2. But we need to find the values of theta. This is where your unit circle comes back into play. You need to remember that the sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. And then in quadrant 2, 30's child is 150, and that's where sine is also positive. So you'll get 2 answers. Here theta is 30 degrees and 150 degrees. Sometimes you'll be asked for radians. Read your directions carefully. Notice still no calculators necessary. Okay, let's do another. We have 7 tan theta equals 2 root 3 plus tan theta to solve. If you want to, if you need to, you can write some other equation next to that without the tan, like 7n equals 2 root 3 plus n, to remind yourself how to solve that kind of an equation. We need to get the n's together, so I subtract n from both sides. 6n is 2 root 3. Get n alone by dividing by 6. Some point. And n, when I reduce, is going to be root 3 over 3. Okay, so you do the same thing with your trig equations. I need my tans together, so I subtract tan theta from both sides. I get 6 tan theta equals 2 root 3. Get tan alone by dividing by 6. So tan theta is root 3 over 3. Again, I need all values of theta. So I need to remember my unit circle, where tangent is positive, root 3 over 3. Well, tan of 30 is lots of 3's. Tangent is also positive in quadrant 3. So the quadrant 3 child of 30 is 210. 180 plus 30. So my answers are theta is 30 degrees and 210 degrees. Again, sometimes you'll be asked for radians, so you would just take that next step. Call it pi 6 and 7 pi 6. Okay, our last equation, we're going to solve 1/2 secant theta plus 3 equals secant theta plus 5/2. You need to remember that when we have fractions in our equations, we want to get rid of them fast by multiplying all parts by the common denominator. Here that's 2. So that cancels out that 1/2 in front, and I'm left with secant theta plus 3. And then when I distribute the 2 through, I get 2 secant theta plus 5. And so those 2's cancel out. Now again, I'm solving. I need my secants together, so I subtract a secant theta from both sides. I have 3 equals secant theta plus 5. Subtract 5. And secant theta is negative 2. Well, I don't know much about secant, except that it's the reciprocal of cosine. So if secant theta is negative 2, cosine theta is negative 1/2. It's reciprocal. Going back to your unit circle, cosine's positive 1/2 at 60 degrees. So I need the 60-degree children in the quadrants where cosine is negative. So the 60-degree children in quadrants 2 and 3 are 120 and 240 degrees. So for this equation, theta is 120 degrees and 240 degrees. That's it. Notice we always, almost always, have 2 answers when we're solving these first degree equations. Keep practicing and memorizing your unit circle. Have a great night.